Welcome back to the Gold IRA Blueprint podcast. Today we're going deep on something that's really important for American retirees like you, securing your financial future. We're going to be looking at excerpts from the best Gold IRA Rollover Guide from December 2024. It's from Gold IRA Blueprint, which is a whole website all about, well, gold IRAs. This is like a crash course on everything you need to know about gold IRAs. And if you're looking for a little extra help, we've got a free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive that can help you choose the right gold IRA company for you. But first, let's just get into it. Why even consider a gold IRA rollover?
Yeah, that's a question a lot of people are asking these days, especially with all the economic uncertainty. Gold IRAs offer some unique benefits that traditional retirement accounts don't really have. It's like a way to diversify your portfolio and add some protection from inflation and volatility.
Yeah, that's a big one these days, right? Everyone's feeling the pinch of inflation.
Exactly. And no investment is foolproof. But gold has historically held its value really well, even during tough economic times. Like, remember the 2008 financial crisis? Stocks plummeted, but gold actually went up in value because investors tend to flock to gold when markets get scary. It's a safe haven asset.
So it's like an insurance policy for your savings in a way.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. It's all about adding stability to your portfolio, and that can really bring some peace of mind during uncertain times.
Okay, so let's say someone's thinking about a gold IRA. What's the first step? How do they actually make it happen?
Well, the first thing you need to do is choose a trustworthy custodian. These are specialized companies that manage your gold IRA account. They're like the guardians of your gold, making sure everything is stored securely and follows all the IRS rules.
So you can't just do this on your own. You need to work with a professional.
Exactly. And it's really important to do your research here. Look for a custodian that has a solid track record, good financial standing, and great customer service.
Are there any red flags to watch out for when you're choosing a custodian?
For sure. Watch out for companies that pressure you into making quick decisions or promise unrealistic returns. A good custodian will take the time to understand your needs and goals. Checking their BBB rating and reading customer reviews is a good place to start.
That's great advice. Are there any companies that come to mind that are good examples?
Yeah, absolutely. Companies like American Bullion and Monetary Gold are well respected in the industry. They offer a whole range of services, including secure storage educational resources, and they'll guide you through the whole process.
So you've chosen your custodian. What's the next step? How do you roll over your existing retirement funds into this new gold IRA?
Well, you've got two main options: a direct rollover or an indirect rollover. With a direct rollover, the funds are transferred straight from one IRA custodian to another. This is usually the easier and safer way to go because you avoid any immediate taxes.
Sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
What about indirect rollovers?
An indirect rollover means you have to withdraw the funds from your existing account, and then you redeposit them into the gold IRA within 60 days. But if you miss that 60-day window, you could end up owing taxes and penalties.
So there's more room for error there. I'm guessing most people go with a direct rollover.
Yeah, you're right. A direct rollover is usually less complicated. But it's always a good idea to talk to a tax professional if you have any questions about the best approach for your situation.
Okay, so we've chosen a custodian. We've started the rollover. Now what? Do you just get a big pile of gold delivered to your door?
Not quite. Now comes the fun part, choosing your gold investments. And this is where things get interesting. You've got a few options. Physical gold, like bullion bars and coins, gold ETFs, and even gold mining stocks.
Okay, let's break those down. What's the appeal of physical gold?
Well, physical gold, especially bullion, has a certain appeal.
Yeah.
It's tangible. You're actually holding a piece of history, something that's held value for centuries. For a lot of people, that tangibility gives them a sense of security and comfort that you just don't get with paper assets.
So it's not just about the potential financial gains, but also that psychological comfort of owning something real.
Exactly. And that's something that a lot of people find appealing these days with all the digital assets and fluctuating markets out there. But, owning physical gold does come with some things to think about, mainly storage.
Right, you can't just keep gold bars under your mattress, can you?
Not really. Haha. You
Wow.
need a secure and insured storage facility. A lot of custodians actually offer storage services, either in their own vaults or they partner with reputable depositories like Delaware Depository.
So there are different storage options.
Yeah, you can choose between segregated storage, where your gold is kept separate from everyone else's, or commingled storage, where it's stored together with other people's gold. Segregated storage is more secure, but it usually costs more.
So it's like choosing between a private vault or a shared safety deposit box.
That's a great way to think about it. Now, if the idea of physical storage is a little too much for you, you could always consider gold ETFs. These are exchange-traded funds that track the price of gold. But you can trade them on stock exchanges, just like regular stocks.
So that's more of a hands-off way to invest in gold.
Exactly. Gold ETFs are more liquid and easier to buy and sell than physical gold. Plus, they usually have lower storage fees.
Okay, ETFs, got it. What are those gold mining stocks you mentioned?
Oh, yeah, gold mining stocks. These are shares of companies that mine gold. This option can be a bit more volatile because it depends on how well those companies are doing, but it also has the potential for higher returns than just holding gold itself.
So you're basically betting on the company's ability to find and extract gold, not just the price of gold.
Exactly. And this is where diversification becomes really important. By having a mix of physical gold, gold ETFs, and maybe even a few gold mining stocks, you create a well-rounded gold portfolio that balances risk and potential rewards.
Diversification is key. I'm hearing that. Okay, let's talk about costs.
Yeah, every investment has costs. Gold IRAs are no different. The good news is that the fees are usually pretty transparent. You'll usually have custodian fees, storage fees, and transaction fees.
Can you break those down for us?
Sure. Custodian fees cover things like setting up your account administration and processing transactions. These fees vary depending on the custodian, so it's worth comparing a few different options. Then there are storage fees. As we talked about earlier, those depend on whether you choose segregated or commingled storage. And finally, you'll have transaction fees whenever you buy or sell gold within your IRA.
So you're paying for the custodian's expertise and services, the security of storing your gold, and then the actual buying and selling of the gold itself.
Right. Now, before we go too deep into the fees, remember that free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive can help you sort all this out.
Definitely a helpful resource. Okay, so we've covered the benefits of a gold IRA, the steps involved, the types of gold investments, and even the costs. But how do you know if a gold IRA is actually right for you?
That's the million-dollar question. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. The best way to figure it out is to think about your own financial goals, your risk tolerance, and your overall retirement strategy.
So it's all about matching your investments with your personal situation and what you want to achieve in retirement.
Exactly. Think about your retirement lifestyle, how much income you'll need, and how much risk you're comfortable taking with your investments. If stability and protection against economic downturns are important to you, then a gold IRA could be a good addition to your portfolio.
It sounds like knowing your risk tolerance is really important. Some people are okay with the ups and downs of the stock market. Others prefer a more conservative approach.
Yeah, for sure. And historically, gold has been considered a more conservative asset than stocks. It tends to hold its value well when there's inflation or the market is volatile.
But I imagine even gold prices fluctuate. Are there times when gold might not be the best hedge?
You're right. No investment is completely immune to fluctuations. For example, during times of strong economic growth and low inflation, gold might not perform as well as stocks. And even during extreme market panics, gold can dip temporarily.
So it's all about finding that balance,
Mhm.
understanding the potential benefits, and also being aware of the potential risks.
Exactly. That's why it's so important to talk to a qualified financial advisor who specializes in retirement planning. They can help you figure out your situation, consider all your options, and come up with a retirement plan that meets your goals and risk tolerance.
It sounds like working with a professional can really make a difference. Yeah. Especially when you're dealing with something as important as your retirement savings.
Oh, absolutely. A good financial advisor will be right there with you every step of the way, helping you make smart decisions that make sense for you. They can also help you navigate all the complicated rules around IRAs and make sure you're getting all the tax benefits you can.
Are there any specific things to look for when you're choosing a financial advisor?
Definitely. Look for advisors who are certified financial planners or CFPs. That means they've gone through a lot of training and have a lot of experience in financial planning. You can also check out resources like USA Today and Forbes. They often have rankings of top financial advisors.
Okay, that's great advice. And, even though we've covered a lot today, this is just a starting point. If you're thinking about a gold IRA, do your research, talk to a professional, and really weigh all your options.
Couldn't agree more. It's a big decision, but with the right information and guidance, a gold IRA can be a powerful tool, especially with all the economic uncertainty we're facing today.
Right. And speaking of valuable tools, don't forget about that free checklist we mentioned earlier. You can find it at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It's got tons of helpful tips on how to choose the right gold IRA company for you.
It's a great resource to have as you start looking into things.
Absolutely. So let's recap what we talked about today. We looked at the potential benefits of a gold IRA, like protecting yourself from inflation, diversifying your portfolio, and having some stability in uncertain times. We talked about how to roll over your funds, the different types of gold investments you can choose from, and the costs involved in setting up and maintaining a gold IRA. And most importantly, we emphasize how important it is to do your research, choose a reputable custodian, and talk to a professional for advice.
Yeah, we really covered a lot of ground. Hopefully everyone listening feels more informed and ready to start thinking about whether a gold IRA is right for them.
Exactly. And as we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to think about. Given what's going on in the economy right now, what role could a tangible asset like gold play in your long-term financial security?
That's a great question.
It is. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for tuning in to the Gold IRA Blueprint podcast. We hope you found it helpful and informative. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know, the better decisions you can make for your financial future. Don't forget to check out that free checklist at goldirablueprint.com/exclusive. It can really help guide you through the process. Until next time,